Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Sequel 31 by Darton Archery. Welcome back to Mike's Archery, and today we are taking a look at the new lineup from Darton Archery for 2024. And we have got the Sequel 31 here on the table. We're going to take a look at the specs for this new bow. Now the speed rating on this bow is coming in at 335 feet per second with an axle to axle at 31 1/16. Now that gives you an overall cam to cam length of 36 1/4 inches. The brace height on this bow is coming in at 6.3 and the overall advertised weight at 4.45 pounds without the LVS, which is their little stabilizer here at the bottom. With that said, we took this bow and threw it on the scale and got a real weight out of the box at 4.6 pounds. Once we took some things off of it, we got it down to 4.4, which is pretty much right on spec with what they're advertising. Now the draw length on this redesigned cam is going to be adjustable from 25 out to 30.5 inches, fitting most archers on the market, coming a little bit short of that 31 mark, but it does give you that extra ½ inch if you're that bigger guy that needs just past 30. Now the draw weight options on this bow, you're going to be limited to just a 50, 60, or 70, but that's going to be pretty decent for most people on the market. But you're not going to see those heavy weights of 80 pound that we've seen out of some of the other manufacturers. But you're also not going to be able to get this bow in a lighter weight if you're a woman or someone who just needs lighter weight. Now the let-off adjustment on this cam is going to be from 80 to 85% let-off. From here, let's take a look at some of the new features on this bow. Now Darton has been known for this riser being made out of that 7075T 6511 pre-stressed forged aluminum, and that continues forward with this new Sequel 31. They've also milled the cams out of a 7075 BBS aluminum, and it is a new dual sync track cam with a rotating mod system on here, which is going to allow you that adjustment from that 25 to 30.5 without changing out components or cams. They've also stayed with that 1/4 inch axle as well as 5/8 bearings on these cams, so you've got a really stiff, really robust system here that is going to hold up to a lot of punishment and a lot of shots. They also came with a wide limb stance and wide limb pockets, which is going to add to the stability of this bow. They also offered the integrated rest system on the back, so you're going to be able to not only mount that QAD with the dovetail system, but there's a lot of other options coming on the market from several different manufacturers. So you're going to be able to pick a lot of different rest options and keep with that integrated system on the rest. However, they did not give you an integrated system on the sight, so you're still going to be mounting a conventional sight on this bow rather than using a pick mount or some other option. They also redesigned the grip with a new Darton angled grip. It's milled directly into the riser, has a real nice thin, slim feel, and that new angle sits really well in your hand. They kept with the roller guard as well as a new yoke system on this cam, and those are going to round out most of the features on this new bow, making it a great solid platform from Darton and a change up from what we've seen in the last several years. Now as far as the color options on this bow, we've got several solid options with a black as well as a desert tan with black limbs, a flat dark earth with black limbs, as well as gray with black limbs, and an OD riser with black limbs. So all your solid colors are just going to be on the riser. All those limb options are going to be black. Now you're also able to get this bow in a couple camo options, which is going to be the King's XK7 or the Ursi 2.0, and you can get those fully camoed on the limbs or with black limbs on those as well. Now as far as the price point on this bow, it's coming in at $10.99, so right there at $1,100, actually a little below what we've seen out of a lot of the competition at that $1,200 and $1,300 mark. And with these new Dartons being all redesigned, you really need to take a look at them because not only is there a savings there, there's definitely some upgraded features that are going to be really nice, and this bow shoots really well. From here, we're going to step back to the lane, shoot this bow over the chronograph, give you a breakdown of all those speeds that we normally do from 350 out to 500 grains on the arrow, as well as a noise rating, shooting this bow at 29-inch draw length, 70 pounds on 85% let off. So we step back here to the lane and we have got the new Darton Sequel 31 that we're going to shoot over the chrono and give you a breakdown of specs. Now as usual, we are going to shoot this bow on 70 pounds, 29-inch draw length, and start out with a 400 grain arrow at 85% let off. And then we'll give you the breakdown on all those other weights. All right, so with the Sequel 31 and a 350 grain arrow, we got 321 feet per second. With a 400 grain arrow, it dropped down to 299, just missing that 300 mark. And then as we went up in weight to a 450, we got 282 feet per second. And with a 500 grain arrow, we got 267 feet per second. So really putting out some nice speeds from these new Dartons. Now as far as the noise rating on this bow, we got the 31 coming in at about 98.4 decibels. Not real loud, but a little louder than what we've seen out of some other models for this year, but still plenty quiet as a bow for hunting. Now from there, the redesign on this bow, we like most everything that Darton did. The new grip feels great. The redesign on the riser looks a lot better from the last several years, at least in our opinion. Now from there, the draw cycle on this bow with this new redesigned cam is very smooth, doesn't have much dump coming into that full draw mark. It just rolls in there nice and smooth. And then the aftershot as dead as anything on the market. Darton has definitely done some design changes and some upgrades that we feel were very necessary to make them more competitive in this market, aesthetically as well as engineering wise. So this is going to be a very robust, great platform with all that new change of the bearings and the axles and things up top. This bow is going to shoot very well, and we feel like you need to give Darton a fair handshake when you're in a shop. Shoot this bow against the competition so that you can make an informed decision before you buy a bow. Now if you're looking for one of the new Dartons, most certainly give us a call here at Mike's Archery. Jump on the website, you can check one of these out, and we can get a new Darton in your hand.